try to finish off this drive with a touchdown. A gain of 11, and it's 1st and goal.
This has been a great drive, and mostly at the hands of the man with the ball there. He thought about pulling the trigger on that one, thought better of it, decides to take off with his legs, and now he's going to have 1st and goal.
Trying to push the pile forward, but he's not going to get in. They stop him up short.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Williams going to give it up on a pop pass. Trying to push the pile forward, but he's not going to get in. They stop him up short.
Well, you could tell that the defense had seen that play on game tape, and they were ready for it. They tried to do a little jet sweep pop pass out of the gun. Defense was all over it. Nowhere to go, no gain.
Once more from the 2. 3rd and goal.
Ready, set.
Hall is into the end zone for a Bears touchdown.
And we've seen this offense play at such a high level all season, Mike. There's no reason to expect anything different here in the playoffs, and now they can continue to let this crowd get into the game, turn the game over to their defense, let them play with a lead at home with the home crowd, and you're feeling really good about how the rest of this game can play out.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Now return coming from the 7. Get across the 20, mark him at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Hey, Uno more. Here we go.
On play action. Stroud. His first throw of the game is going to be intercepted. It's the linebacker, Tremaine Edmonds.
This is an area of the offense, Mike, that's going to have to find its rhythm now as this game unfolds. They talked all week, come out early, get some completions, settle down this quarterback. Well, in return, he throws an early pick. It's too early to go away from the game plan. There's a lot of game left, but this passing game is going to have to get on track throughout the rest of this game.
Williams going to look to throw it on 1st down. That is incomplete.
There's a lot of ways for defensive linemen to disrupt the passing game. That's everything about today's modern NFL. How do you disrupt the quarterback and make him feel uncomfortable? Of course, sacking him is a great way, but even getting your hands up in those throwing lanes and tipping passes, that is so frustrating for these quarterbacks.
He'll move it ahead for about 3 yards. Isaiah Simmons comes up to end that one.
3-yard line. That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
1st down away to the 26-yard line. And here's 3rd down. Working out of the gun. Here's Williams. That's the one thing they couldn't have there, the sack that might take them out of field goal range.
A loss of 10 yards.
On 4th down, here's Torrey Taylor to punt for Chicago. As this drive quickly stalled out, so he's on to punch it away. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line.
Here we go.
The first carry for the Spartans, Kenneth Walker. Down the sideline, past the 45. And he is gone. 80 yards. Touchdown, Seattle.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back, even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan. Everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. This fielded at the 2. And he will get cut down short, shy of the 20-yard line.
At their own 18-yard line.
Throwing on first down, it's Williams. That's to the Michigan man, Colston Loveland. And mark him down up beyond the 30. That's his first grab of this divisional round matchup, and it's good for the first down as well.
These hitch routes, they're usually just designed to pick up a few safe yards. An easy completion, get some rhythm for your quarterback. However, this time, he's able to make a little magic happen after the catch and turn it into something much bigger than even they were probably anticipating.
Give up the middle with Hall. Lots of space, past the 45. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. How about this one, too, to start the drive? Mark him off with a gain of 24 and another first down.
There's a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
Now it's Oz to the left. Here comes Hall. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. They have found something on the ground. 16 more yards on that carry.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
And that's incomplete. They couldn't connect. And that's how this first quarter will come to an end. Bears in possession here to start the second quarter. They've got it with a second down and 10.
Here we go.
A play fake. Now Williams. The second down throw is incomplete.
Third and long obviously isn't an ideal situation to be in offensively. It makes you very predictable, which then places a ton of stress on your offensive line and your quarterback. So they've got to start being more productive in these early downs and set themselves up for more success come third down.
On third down, it's Williams. They'll try to hit him with a screen. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker.
I think there's one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks. Now they got a fourth down decision to make. I think apart from the wind, when you talk about kicking in the elements, Mike, I think the snow has to be the kicker's worst nightmare. It's just so hard to have the confidence that when you stick that plant foot, it's not going to give way. So give credit, that was really well done.
Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24.
All right.
On the ground, it's Walker to start the drive. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. From the gun, here's Stroud. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. Thrown left side. The catch is made. And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the 1st down. So it's 4th down. The Seahawks send out the Aussie Michael Dixon to punt. And this is a pretty good result. That kick will head out of bounds. The drive begins with a run, and it's Hall. And he's trying to get around the corner, but will not. Brought down. That's a loss on the play.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Vegas!
Throwing on 2nd down, Williams. That one thrown on the run, but the receiver had to reach back, couldn't bring it in, and it is incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
Vegas!
3rd and long. Here's Williams moving to his right. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down. He was looking to get it to DJ Moore. And that'll set up 4th down. Here's Torrey Taylor now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Take it in, back at his own 12. And he'll get a few yards on this return up past the 15-yard line.
Here we go.
They send the tight end in motion. On 1st and 10, here's Stroud. A hit as he threw. The pass is incomplete. Trying to set up that screen, but the rush got there too quickly. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. To throw is Stroud. And that ball in and out of his hands. It is incomplete. Might tell you after the game he should have come up with that one. He doesn't, and now 3rd down comes up.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the 1st half. He's got us.
That one intercepted. Picked off by Kyler Gordon. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And these are the throws that are really holding the offense back right now, Mike. He just has to make better decisions because You're not going to win many games when you turn the ball over at this rate.
That's a short one, caught by Loveland. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
So, from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd down and 7.
Here we go.
He'll run. This is Hall. Finding space at the 15. And he'll take this one in. Reese Hall. Touchdown, Chicago. He is shining in this postseason spotlight. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game. What a standout performance early on in this one. That his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game.
And some backs, Mike, they just have a sense of finding the end zone and being able to finish off these runs. That's exactly what this guy has been able to do today, and we're just getting started.
He'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. Now Stroud. Got a man open downfield on the crossing route. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. A big play for Seattle. 35 yards.
And it's hardly an exaggeration when I say, Mike, that he's probably one of the most difficult individual assignments in the entire league. It's like playing football against that really good kid in your neighborhood. He's just hard to cover, and plays like this, it just shows how special he can be.
And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a 1st down.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open.
And he will get into the end zone. Kenneth Walker. Touchdown, Seattle. He is shining in this postseason spotlight. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game.
The kick is good.
You just don't see these kind of holes too often at this NFL level, Mike. And you can see once he got the ball, the clear line to the end zone, he doesn't get touched. And an unfortunate defensive breakdown here ends up costing him 6 points.
This will be returned from the 2. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line.
What is up?
We're going to start this drive on the ground. It's Hall. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning.
2 yards.
So, 2 minutes to play in a back-and-forth first half. Back with more NFC playoff action after this. 2nd down and 8. From the shotgun, it's Williams. He'll swing this one out to Hall.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
On 3rd down, it's Williams from the gun. And that is incomplete contact, but no flags. going to be 4th down. Here's the punter now, as he's on to punt for Chicago. That is fielded at the 13. And a nice return there. The offense not going to be backed up as much as they could have. Drive's going to start from beyond the 20.
All right.
They'll go play action with Stroud. That's caught. It's Kenneth Walker.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Throwing on 2nd down, Stroud. That one swung out wide to Walker. And he'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
Seahawks first down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Stroud going to set up to throw. He'll get this out wide. He gets free. Still going. And he will score. Ricky White. Touchdown, Seahawks. A terrific job all the way around, especially after the catch, Greg, to take it to the end zone for a touchdown.
I'm just so impressed by the acceleration of this receiver, Mike. He catches what is a short pass, and he's able to turn it up the field and take it all the way for 6. That is an impressive play, run after catch.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
Let's up.
Off play action. Here's Williams. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up 2nd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
On the handoff, here comes Hall. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard.
He's brought down at the 37-yard line. A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
3rd, they need 8. The Bears will use one of their timeouts here to talk things over before 3rd down. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. And he did all he could, but he's going to be forced out at the line of scrimmage, well short of a first down. We are set for the 2nd half kickoff. One of these teams ready to book a date in the NFC Championship game next week. And we are back at it with the 3rd quarter. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
This drive starts on the ground with Walker. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
It's a loss of 2.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down.
12 yards to go.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
This one down the field, but lined up incomplete.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
At their own 19-yard line.
They'll start by going forward with a pop pass. He's trying to get around the corner, but he can't. He's going to be run down behind the line.
The tackle made back at the 13-yard line.
On second down, it's Williams. That one's incomplete. Good job, textbook there. Separated the man from the ball, and it'll bring up third down.
For whatever reason, when the ball was in the air, Mike, it seemed to me like he was almost having a little trouble tracking it. I'm not sure if that's what allowed the defender to catch back up, but ultimately it was the contact at the catch point that causes the incomplete, and now it's going to bring up third and real long.
This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is fourth down. The Bears send out their punt team as he'll take this a yard or two into his own end zone. This one fielded out beyond the 25. And how about that? Nice return there, picking his way up past the 35-yard line. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Stroud. They'll try to set up the screen here with Walker. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
You see so many teams wait till third down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screenplay still in the back of their head.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. Third down, 3 to go.
Here you go.
Here's Stroud. He's going to take a shot. Sends it down the middle. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there. Make things difficult defensively. It sets up 4th down. The Seahawks sending out their punt team. This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line.
14-yard line.
What is up?
It's 1st down, and it's Paul. What more could you ask for on 1st down? Nice run of 8, setting up 2nd and short.
At this point, we're going to need 2 hands to count for how many yards he's averaged in this one, Mike. But unfortunately, it just hasn't been enough to overcome the deficit here at this stage of the game.
He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
3rd and 2. Here we go. He'll try to run for it with Hall. 1st down and more. Past the 35.
Let's not lose sight of just what a good open field tackle that was. I mean, yes, it results in a big gain. But, Mike, if that safety doesn't make that tackle, he's gone.
Williams going to look to throw it on 1st down. He'll find Hall out of the backfield. He's into the clear again. And he's got another one. Reese Hall, touchdown Chicago. Saving his best for the playoffs. His 3rd touchdown of the game. Santos, good on the extra point. And the Bears extend the advantage to a field goal. It's 24-21. So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. He fields it at the 8. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Now Walker. And he'll get ahead for a couple as the flurries continue to fall.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 33, here's 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground and keep it with Walker. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10.
Seahawks, 1st down. A gain of 13 yards. And the Seahawks, 1st down.
Now a whistle. Looks like there was movement on the left side of that offensive line.
Here we go. At 18.
Stroud to throw. Looking middle of the field. It's complete. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. That's his first grab of this divisional round matchup. And it's good for the 1st down as well.
What a luxury. There's certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Give him 15 more on that one. They are on the move. It's a 1st down.
The best time to call a draw is when the defense is playing a pass situation, so a down and distance that screams pass. You want those defensive linemen ripping up the field thinking, I'm going to go sack the quarterback. In this case, they time it perfectly, hands the ball off to the back, big pickup. This back's been having his way all night long, Mike. Just a lot of room to operate. Great job by the offensive line all night long, but in this case, defense does their job. They're able to penetrate, get in the backfield, and take them down for a loss.
Here's a 2nd and 12.
Here we go.
To throw, it's Stroud. On the run to the right. He's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down. Montez Sweat. He gets in there to drop him for a big loss. And now it's 3rd and long.
What's that? Down. Look the hot,
Throwing is Stroud.
And that's a great job defensively here on third down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn it to a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the first down.
Myers' kick is good. And the Seahawks tie the game at 24.
So touchdowns are always the primary goal of every drive. But when you find yourself down 3 here in the second half, you've just got to find a way to tie the game up. And they were able to do that here.
This will be taken in at the 2. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin.
At their own 21-yard line.
Throwing on first down, it's Williams. Finding space at the 40. Inside the 20. And what an effort after the catch. He goes all the way. 78 yards. Touchdown, Chicago. What a night he's having. That's 4 touchdowns in this game alone. Santos, good on the extra point. And the Bears will go up by 7.
31. Seahawks 24. Cairo Santos to kick off for Chicago.
So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. This one taken at the 7. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Stroud to throw here on first down. And that is incomplete. They try to sneak a deep ball in there to wrap up the quarter. But time has expired, and the third has come to an end. Second and 10.
Here we go.
From the gun, here's Stroud. Throw left side, but that's going to be incomplete. Elijah Arroyo was the intended target. Now it's going to be third down.
And you see the coach on the sideline just kind of shake his head. He's got to have a conversation with his quarterback to just make better decisions. I mean, that was almost his 3rd interception of the game. He's got to just take a deep breath. Don't continue to force throws into bad spots. Take what's there, find the open target, and maintain possession. When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on third down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on fourth down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a 4th and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this fourth down.
Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's fourth down.
Hey, team. What's that? Button.
From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. That is caught. He finds Walker. And they're going to get the first down. They were forced to go for it, and it's going to work out for us.
Well, it's pretty clear where the defense anticipated this ball going on fourth down. They did a great job against the tight ends and the wide receivers, but the guy they didn't account for was the running back, and the quarterback sensed it, got it out of his hand quick, and He's able to pick up the first down.
And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
That's a prototypical coverage sack. All 11 guys on the field doing their job. Starts with sound back-end coverage. Nowhere to go quick with the ball. The quarterback has no chance but to extend the play. Look for something late developing downfield. That was all the time this front needed to chase him down and bring him down for a sack.
This one complete downfield to Walker. And he'll be out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line.
That's good.
It's a big play when they needed it the most. 38 yards.
32-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here comes Walker. And tough with defenders as well to get leverage and get their hands on him. Taken down after a gain of 4.
Watching him throughout this game has been incredible, Mike. I mean, I've loved watching him perform. The reality is it just hasn't impacted the outcome of the game. It's really been a wasted individual effort unless they can somehow find a way to flip this thing around.
That is hauled in at the 5. And he will get into the end zone. Elijah Arroyo. Touchdown, Seattle. So they're not level yet. A critical extra point attempt to follow. The kick is good, and that will tie this game here in the 4th quarter. All even. 4th quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? Here comes a return from the 3. He'll come across the 20 and taken down at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Williams. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up 2nd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. On the give, it's Hall. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up 3rd down.
Very positive returns on that run. I mean, really, the only thing not to like is that they weren't able to move the chains. But you know what? The way he ran there, I think they go right back to him and see if he has even a bigger carry in him.
Third down, here's Hall. 1st down and more, past the 40. And he's out of bounds inside the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 28 as they convert on 3rd down. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Whiskey! A give. Here's Hall. This field pretty slick down. That pickup only about 3 yards.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment. Keeps this to a modest gain at best.
From the 41, here's 2nd down and 7. give it up on a pop pass. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Seahawks' 6-yard line.
It's a gain of 31.
A big one here in the fourth quarter. 35 yards.
First and goal at the
Now a
6-yard
chance to
line.
pay off that big play. They have it first and goal. Using the jet sweep for the fake, they run it up the middle. And he cannot be stopped. He is into the end zone again. Reese Hall, touchdown Chicago. He is having a performance to remember. That is 5 touchdowns for him in this one game.
Makes the score Bears 38, Seahawks 31. Cairo Santos to kick off for Chicago.
So the lead is 7 now. Here in this fourth quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. Now return coming from the 7. He'll get across the 20, mark him down 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
In motion now is White. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, like, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
That's his first grab of this divisional round matchup, and it's good for the first down as well.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up second down.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
Another try, second and 10.
All right.
To throw is Stroud. He's got the hook up there on the comeback route. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. A gain of 16 on that pass play. First down, Seattle.
Why, Tony? Tony.
Now Stroud. He'll get this complete to Walker. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. On first down, it's Stroud. So just under 2 minutes here in this one. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Here's second down.
On the quick.
They'll drop to throw. Thrown left side, the catch is made. And he'll get about 7. Still short of that first down. And they'll try to convert it on third down.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
Inside the 10, it is caught. And he's going to be brought down. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
Here's Walker. Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's 2nd and goal.
And up until this point, this is not something that we've seen a lot of. His running backs had a really nice day. So in this case, this rep goes to the defense.
Second and goal.
Here we go.
One more time with Walker. Not a lot of room to work there. Well played by the defense. And they set themselves up for 3rd and goal.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and goal.
11. Here we go. At 18. Bucky. Let's go.
He'll run with Walker. And he can only salvage a couple there. Down to the 3. And now it's 4th and goal. Now Seattle going to use the first of their timeouts. The clock will stop with an even 20 seconds to go. Here we go. The noise is deafening. It's 4th and goal. The Bears will use one of their timeouts here. And the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds to go. So here we go. Could be the play that ends up deciding this one. 4th down and goal.
That's it. Why Tony?
Here's Stroud. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on down.
What a stand there. 4th and goal, game on the line. It looks like this offense is putting together a game-winning drive, and the defense comes out with the stop of the day.
Give up the middle with Hall. And he'll be taken down. We'll see if they want to use that final timeout or not, but things are pretty much spoken for.
2nd and 9.
Here's 2nd and 9. He'll go again with Hall. And he'll be taken down. No timeouts left for the defense. That should do it. Now, final chance to stop it here. Timeout coming with 10 seconds remaining in the game. Here comes 3rd and 6. One final knee here, and with that, they are off to the NFC title game. So this one in the win column for the Bears. They will continue on in these playoffs. They're now one step away from a Super Bowl appearance. We'll have a tough one coming up next Sunday in the conference championship game. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Bears get the win at home as we say so long from along the lakefront at Soldier Field in Chicago.